Hey guys, it's Dylan Sider with Kinfo Carpentry here, and today we're going to be talking about a new tool I picked up about a month ago. It's the Milwaukee M12 speaker, the Packout version. So this is it here. I've been using it about a month. I really like it, so I'm going to give you a rundown on it while I'm fixing up the gutter on my house. Yeah, so stay tuned. Also, I bought a new work vehicle, so I'm hoping that in the next little bit here I can give you a rundown and a tour of my new vehicle I bought. Literally have no idea why this is in my gutter. So I bought these caps. I didn't even realize, I couldn't remember which size I had, a 6 or a 5 inch. So I bought both. I was like, oh, I'll just be safe. And for some stupid reason, I thought it was this one, which already has a cap, but it's this one up here that, so I bought a right hand instead of a left hand, and it doesn't fit. I need to buy a different hand. So I can't do this project today. I cut that gutter off when we built this addition because I needed to tie the roof into it, and obviously that was in the way. So that's been like that for like a year, but can't do that today. So I guess we'll just stick with the review of the Milwaukee speaker. Sucks I got my ladder out for nothing, but here we go. All right, so here it is in all its glory. This side is down. It has rubber bumpers so it can sit flat. It also sits really nice this way, just upright. Obviously, if it's something that's shaky or whatever, it might tip over, but it is designed to sit on edge like so because all the controls are this way. This is a cool feature here. You can screw this into a wall, say like in a shop or underneath a workbench or something, that you know you're always going to mount the speaker there because it's like a primary place where you work. Oh. That's a very cool feature. It's just like a permanent mount, and then that just slides in and twists, and then that's where it sits. Another cool feature on it for mounting is, where is it here? Oh, right here. So this is like a nail mount. So lots of times I use screws and things to just hang my tool belt up when we're like framing. I'll just put one in a stud. You can do that too if you want to get it up off the ground. You can just stick it on a nail and it'll work. Let's see if I have a nail. I wanted to do this anyway because the radio sucks in my vehicle. That way. That's like right up behind my head while I'm driving. I don't really like to listen to headphones while I'm driving. I feel like it's kind of unsafe, so this kind of will work great. I'll hang right there. Look at that. Boom. Just pop her up there before I leave. Before I go to work, just turn some tunes on. That's sweet. So I have a few Packouts here. I'm going to show you how it locks into the Packout system. So essentially this just mimics like the top of a Packout and how that twists in and locks like that. So you can screw that to a wall like we talked about, and then you can mount it anywhere. But like a lot of people use Packouts now, and you know, it's very stable, locks in, it's just twist to lock. Works really easy. I think that's kind of a cool feature if you're a Packout guy. Especially if your hands are full and you're hauling in a ton of Packouts, you can just kind of lock it on top of your wheeling cart and just wheel it in, and it's on there with you. So that's a cool feature. And then also on top of here is a little D-hook. You could put like a carabiner in it. You could like lock a carabiner and like hook it to whatever you want, and it's right where you're working, you know, like that. That's pretty cool. So also another option, there's lots of ways to hang it up and keep it close by while you're working. I moved into my truck because it started raining, but that's a good thing to mention, that this thing has a rating of IP64, which basically means that it's a completely sealed unit for dust. So where I think this thing is an advantage over like your Bose and your JBL, I've used the JBL pill before. A buddy of mine had one on a job site and the thing sounded awesome. I would say the sound quality is probably a little better out of like a high quality brand like that. But the Milwaukee with that rating, it's completely dust proof and it's water resistant. They say it can take like light rain, but like long exposure to heavy rain, it's not rated for that. There's that, and at $130, I feel like it's kind of in that same range of like a speaker this size. So you're getting that dust proof and water resistance with it. It says it has a range of 200 feet, which is kind of surprising to me. I kind of actually want to test that to see if it'll actually reach 200 feet. Like, that's a long ways for Bluetooth to work. So I would say I actually have tested this part of it. Like, the battery life is incredible with it. On the website, it says with this battery, the XC 4.0 battery, on 100% volume, it will play for 10 hours. Yeah, we're just going to give it a little sound test here. So I picked something with a little bit of bass to show you what it sounds like. And this is full volume. I mean, I think it picked pretty good, and I don't hear any distortion from it. Like, I feel with other speakers, when you like crank it to full volume, it sounds all like crusty and stuff. I think this is pretty clear when you crank it up. I wouldn't say I'm like a heavy bass guy. I'm more of like a rock type listener, and I always, you know, sounds good enough for me for sure. To adjust the bass in it, you hold down the play button, and it makes that little bass boop boop sound, and you can turn it down, and you can see how the light will change from lighter, you know, to this side, or more bass on that side. Like, and then that's treble if you click it again, and it makes that pinging sound. You can turn that up or down as well. So that's with less bass, and then you can turn the bass all the way up. Alright, so I'm going to leave my speaker here, and I'm going to walk, I think it'd be roughly 200 feet to the field out there, and we'll see how. That's pretty impressive. I mean, I'm gonna actually measure it. So we got the 100-foot tape out. Way back there. I maybe wasn't quite 200 feet. I was probably like 180 feet, but it didn't break up at all. So I believe it, 200 feet, proved. So in conclusion, I think at $130, it's worth $130. Do I think you can get a better sounding speaker for $130? Yeah, definitely. I think you could go with a better brand and get a better quality sounding speaker. But I think part of the money you're paying is for the convenience of being able to lock it into Packout, and also not ruining the speaker when you're cutting dust around it, or if it's out in light rain. It's going to be tough. You know, it's also, it says it's like drop resistant. It's taken a few drops on the job site, and obviously nothing's wrong with it. But some of the premium brands like Bose or something, you start cutting with a miter saw beside it, and it gets all clogged up. I'm sure it won't be able to handle what this thing will handle on a day-to-day basis on the job site. But you know, so 130 bucks. Think it's a good buy. Like it so far, and yeah, 130 bucks is without the battery, obviously. But yeah, go ahead and check it out. Hope you like the review. All right, see you later.